On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now he'll turn and throw back to the right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far,
and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Marshall quick to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roberts. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give out of the gun. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roberts. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Rush is on him. That pass is incomplete. Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big
Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, to give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got a man, it's Jacobs. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense putting points on the board. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Here on third down. He'll take it himself. Past the first down marker and still running. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Marshall quick to the line.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Back to pass, it's Turner. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The sure hands, it's Hunt. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent, but they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Palmer, you sound like every coach in the country, right? Like, hey, we restocked, we retooled, we're a year older, we went to the transfer portal. Success is coming. Listen, they got to find a way to get better. They got to find a way.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Deep shot for the end zone. And he makes the grab but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Fires left. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Marshall! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete to the left. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They go to the ground. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads it left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. It's complete.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again.
It's definitely...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Allen.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Marshall quick to the line. Using his feet. He breaks a tackle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looking downfield, it's Turner. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And here they come, almost all the way back. They get the score and maybe a little extra time with the trainers in recovery after the game as a result of that hit.
He's going to be taking an ice bath after this game. This is a physical defense, and this quarterback knew coming into this game he was going to have to make plays like that. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew he was going to get punished, but you're just seeing so much maturity. So impressive watching this quarterback play from the pocket.
They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. From the shotgun, the inside give. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
After run, now throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And this is an individual decision. Third quarter, got an opportunity to go by more than a touchdown. A lot of people take the field goal here, but more and more the aggressiveness wins. I'm in a good spot, 4th and goal. It's not a long way to go. Do I want to go for the touchdown?
They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Oh, better look out. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Might as well give it to him again. At the 45, on his way. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. just feeds the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Marshall quick to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Touchdown, Herd! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 11 over Auburn. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The give to the back. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Using his legs, it's Quinn. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Marshall! You thought they were done. They're
Great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finishes the drive with a thrilling 69-yard run to the end zone. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet.
4th down, same as 1st, same as 2nd, same as 3rd for this offense. Going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big 1st down. This game, you're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop, even if it takes 4 downs.
Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Sellers. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. The run up the middle, looking for the score.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker will try to add a little cushion to this late lead. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw, it's Turner. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. These corners going to give them some space. Off play action on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're still firing away even with this lead. Extending the play. The throw. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to University Stadium, home of the Lobos of the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Lobos in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Lobos will punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Takes it on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Takes the handoff. It's Bray. Breaks into the open. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. A full dive to haul that one in.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
On the run, it's Briggs. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Snagged out of the air. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Huskies are on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Smith takes the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on. The 50. The 40. The 20. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, New Mexico.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Falls in the deep ball. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking deep. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Washington. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Final play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. No reason to think so far we won't see plenty more offense on display, or will the defense find an answer as we start the second quarter? So after the break, they'll go back to work. Right back to the well.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Just going to keep it after the snap. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Lobos are in the hurry-up. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on fourth down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now facing a third and long. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Lobos!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wilson to pass. right down the middle. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Toss to the outside. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking for a crease. It's Bray. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. That brings them to within 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 11 over Georgia Tech. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Wilson will throw. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. Looking to throw on first down. Uncorks it. Complete to the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Lobos moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going right to work up top. Going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Lobos will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it along the sideline. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Bringing it back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hampton. And the returner will be dragged down. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Lobos come to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Makes the grab. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Lobos will have it 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wilson to pass. Shoots it to the left. Hits the open man. He's loose. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Lobos started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, New Mexico! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
He wants to change this route. Wilson will throw. This time on target. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage. And
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! And that one will give them the lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 11 to BYU. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wilson to pass. The throw. Holds it in. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Lobos headed quickly to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Goodness gracious. That's 3 for 3 now on fourth downs. That's just, it's nuts. I don't think you're going to make a living on this. I don't think you're always going to make this happen. And defensively, just keep trying to get them to fourth down. You're going to get a stop on one of these plays.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wilson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He wants it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Lobos come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and...
There he goes. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. defense and takes it in. Touchdown, New Mexico! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down, because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. He tried to throw that ball off his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled, because he seems like he's rattled right now.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This one's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game, and you're going to have to just start taking shots.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Reeder. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Back to pass on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Now staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarter.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the